Hello, welcome. In this short video, let us look at an intuitive explanation of the linear convolution. So we are going to look at linear convolution. So the definition of the linear convolution sum is given by y of n is equal to the sum over values of k, x of k multiplied by h of n minus k, and this can also be written as the summation over k x of n minus k multiplied by h of k. So these two sums are equivalent. They basically correspond to the convolution sum. Now in order to understand this convolution sum, let us look at the given definitions. That is, we have to know the following definitions. The first definition is the input x of n, that is the input sequence x of n, can be decomposed using unit samples. That is, x of n is equal to the sum x of k multiplied by the unit sample. That is the shifted version of the unit sample, delta of n minus k. So this delta of n minus k is the shifted version of unit sample. Shifted unit sample. And the other definition is the definition of impulse response. That is, when we give the unit sample as the input, the corresponding output is h of n. That is the impulse response of the linear system. So based on the definition of the impulse response, we know that for value of n equal to k, that is when delta of k is the input, the corresponding output is h of k. Now if the unit sample delta of k is multiplied by a weight x of n minus k, then the corresponding output is also multiplied by the same weight, that is x of n minus k multiplied by h of k. That is, when the unit sample is multiplied by a weight x of n minus k, the corresponding output h of k is multiplied by the corresponding output is also the product of the weight x of n minus k and the unit impulse response h of k. So, and this input output relation is valid for all values of k. That is, when k is equal to k plus 1 or any other value of k, x of n minus k minus 1 multiplied by delta of k plus 1. That is, for this input, the corresponding output is x of n minus k minus 1. That is, the weight does not change, multiplied by the impulse response at k plus 1. Thus, this relation, that is when the input is a unit sample multiplied by the weight x of n minus k, the output is h of k multiplied by the weight x of n minus k. And this is true for all values of k. That is, this result is true for all values of k. Now we are going to use the linearity property. That is linearity property of a linear time invariant system, which basically says that given the two relations, that is when the x1 of n is input, when x1 of n is the input, corresponding output is y1 of n, and x2 of n is the input, corresponding output is y2 of n. Then if the input is a linear combination of these two individual inputs, that is a times x1 of n plus b times x2 of n, then the corresponding output is a times y1 of n plus b times y2 of n. So by using this linearity property on our result here, that is on the result of the weighted unit samples, we can clearly see that sum of the weighted unit samples, that is the summation over all values of k, x of n minus k delta of k, that is this linear combination, should give the output, which is again a linear combination of the impulse responses. That is summation from k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of n minus k h of k. And clearly this is by definition equal to the input x of n, and this is by definition equal to the output y of n. Thus the linear convolution sum given here is basically a result of the following things. That is, linear convolution is basically a result of following one. Result of the definition of impulse response. Definition of impulse response. And second one is the unit sample based decomposition of the input x of n. It is decomposition of the input sequence x of n using unit samples, that is delta of n's. Using delta of n's, that is unit samples. And finally, the linearity property of the system. Linearity property of the system. Thus, the linear convolution sum y of n is basically a result of three things. The first one is the definition of impulse response itself, then decomposition of the input sequence in terms of the unit samples, and finally the linearity property of the system. Thanks for watching.